The second qualification on offer within physical education is a course called the Cambridge National in Sport Studies. This is a course that is equivalent to a GCSE but graded slightly different. The top grade is a level 2 distinction star, which would be equivalent to a grade 9, or a level 2 pass is equivalent to a 4. This course offers the same opportunities in terms of career benefits, and it allows you to participate through to the level 3 qualifications, A levels, exactly the same as the GCSE qualification. The good thing with this one is it's much more practical orientated, and many of the lessons are practically performed and the theory is taught through the practical. The first module we cover is the practical performance and leadership. Students must be able to perform in 2 sports. That can be 2 games, 2 individual, or a game and an individual. It's entirely up to the students and what they feel more comfortable and what they perform best in. Within the practical performance, they need to demonstrate skills, techniques, tactics, strategies, decision-making in a competitive environment. They will look at their strengths and weaknesses in the activity and the types of practices and progressive drills to improve their performance. The leadership aspect, students will need to organise and plan a sports activity, taking into account the venue, the equipment, the timings, the group they have. They need to do a risk assessment. They will then lead an activity and evaluate their performance. So currently our year 9s are teaching Sawtry Junior School. One group are teaching year 4's basketball and the other group are teaching year 3 tag rugby. This is all to prepare them to take their own class and their own session at the end of year 10. The second unit we look at is a written piece of coursework worth 20% on the sport and media. We will distinguish between media sources and how they cover sport. We will investigate the relationship between media and sport for participation and raising the profile of the sport. We will look at the positive impacts of media on sport through education. We will also analyse the amount of revenue which media brings into sport. We will then evaluate the range of negative effects of the media on sport in relation to spectators and live sport. We will look at the ethical appropriateness of sponsors. For example, should betting companies sponsor sporting events or teams? And lastly, we will look at the demands of affecting the sport fixture scheduling and how traditions have been lost. The last module we cover will be taught in year 11, and this is the examination module, which is worth 40% of the final grade. We will look at issues which affect participation in sport. For example, the different user groups who participate. We look at the possible barriers which affect participation, like the lack of disposable income or transport, or maybe individuals have no family role models. We then go on to possible solutions to these barriers to include participation opportunities, looking at things like provision and promotion. We will look at the Olympic values and other initiatives, campaigns, events which help promote sporting values. From this, we move on to the importance of the etiquette and sporting behaviour of performers and spectators. We look at the use of performance-enhancing drugs in sport and what are the temptations to individuals, but also what are the dangers of them. We look at the positive and negative effects of hosting a major sporting competition, and we question whether England will ever get the opportunity to host the World Cup in football. We look at the role of national governing bodies in promoting sport and the development of coaching and officiating. So the FA, England Netball are examples of some national governing bodies. The last bit, we will look at the use of technology in sport. How technology is there to hopefully enhance performance, increase the safety to participants, increase fair play and accuracy of officiating. Some people might not agree with VAR in football, but we can discuss that one. And then also how technologies advance to help enhance spectatorship to promote sport. This is the end of both the sports qualifications that I've gone through. Again, like the GCSE in physical education, if you have any questions on either qualification, then please speak to any of the PE teachers within school or drop me an email, Mrs. McCluskey, and I will get back to you. Tick the PE box. Thank you for your time.